Hello there people, thank you for clicking on this video. I am super camera shy. I've no fancy studio, no fancy equipment, I'm just talking into my phone. But I just said I had to make this video. I've seen so much bull online. Unbelievable. Now I might get stuck for words now and again, and I might stop, but I'm going to keep going, because I'm not into all that editing thing and all this kind of poor old Charlie Kirk, and I have to say poor old Tyler Robinson, an innocent man. But I'll get on with all that. I'll get to it all that. And I'm not afraid to name names. Remember that. I will name the names in this sad situation. Right? I'm not like most of YouTubers, money grabbing, whatever you want to call them. You won't see any adverts in this video. I couldn't care less about monetization. I just care about the truth. And you're going to hear my opinions on the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Okay, now, like I said, I'm super camera shy, so I had to write down everything. I thought it was going to be 1 page, but geez, it turned out to be 4. I'm also sorry if you can't understand me. I'm Irish. So I'm going to be looking down a lot at the paper instead of looking at the camera. But if you watch this video till the end, you will be scratching your head, I tell you that now. And all I'm going to ask of you, see, you thought I was going to say like and subscribe. No. All I'm going to ask of you to do, save this video under my name for future reference and see who's right or wrong. Okay? Let's go. Like I said, I'm sorry about looking down, but I have it all wrote out. I'm not as clever as most of you. First of all, I'd just like to say I'm not a famous YouTuber, and most of you will never have even heard of me. I'm not a specialist in anything. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a member of the law. I'm not a gun specialist. I'm not an expert, like all you millions of YouTubers out there that haven't a clue what they're on about. But I tell you what I do. I am, and I 100% definitely am. I'm an eye expert. I can tell by looking in someone's eyes if they're lying or not. I might be Irish, but I'm very clever. And you're going to hear the name ERIKA coming up soon. Okay? Now, like I said, I have everything wrote down here, but I'm just going to go through the whole lot, whether I stumble or not, because I couldn't be arsed all the editing stuff. At the end of this video, you're going to know the truth anyway. You're going to know the exact truth. I'm not afraid to name names. You're going to know the truth about Charlie and Tyler and ERIKA and Charlie's security and the FBI, the whole feckin' lot. I'm going to tell you what all the YouTubers are afraid to tell you. They're afraid to tell you. I don't care. Now these are just my thoughts, okay? On this Charlie Kirk case. There's going to be no clips or videos in this. I'm not going to steal other people's clips like thousands of you have done. And that's all you see on YouTube, the same thing over and over and over, all the same clips. Couple of new things coming up. No, that's not me. I'm going to give you my thoughts and analysis about the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And I'm going to break this video into 5 sections, okay? Number 1, the shooting of Charlie Kirk. Number 2, the rooftop, the staircase, all the fake footage, the fake photos. I'll break it all down for you. Number 3, which is probably the important one, sorry to say, ERIKA KIRK. Number 4, why Tyler Robinson? Why Tyler? Man sitting in jail like. I mean, come on, for something he didn't do. Anyway, we'll get to that. And number 5 is going to be the outcome of the whole thing before this trial comes. That's why I asked you earlier to please save this video under my name, Kenny, so you can look back on it and find out a few things. Now you're going to see me doing this every now and again, which I'm pausing. Sorry for that. Okay, the shooting. First of all, there was a person supposed to be seen on the rooftop a week before Charlie was shot. Now, why wasn't the campus or Charlie's security told about this? I'll tell you why. Because Charlie's security is involved, okay? You can bet your bottom dollar on that. You have all these conspiracy theories coming up lately about trapdoors where Charlie fell and all this. Could be true. Trapdoors leading to a tunnel which would lead people to think about a fake assassination, okay? Could be. We don't know. A fake assassination. Anything is possible in America. And that might explain all the machinery that was on that campus before and after the shooting. I mean, after the shooting it was still a crime scene. Why did they cover the whole lot in a big patio? Completely renovate the whole crime scene. Come on, people. Think about it. Here's 2 very important things and facts about the shooting of Charlie Kirk. Right? Now this is my opinion again. Charlie was shot from the right side, not from the front. Not from the front. Okay, sorry now, 1 second. The video you've all seen, we've all seen, I've seen it on September the 10th of that shot in the neck, came from his right, and it was an exit wound, not an entry wound. That's a fact. Right, just picture the clock for a moment. Picture the clock. And the hands of that clock are 11:50. 10 to 12, okay? The bullet enters the right side of his head, slightly above his neck, say around the hairline. By the way, they're not revealing any of the cameras from behind him. The FBI, that's strange again. We can only see from the front, a little bit from the left and the right. Weird. I believe the bullet, picture that clock now, picture that clock, 10 to 12, coming down at an angle, from left to right, okay? He was shot in the right side, not in the front of the neck. No, he wasn't. No neck job. I believe Charlie was shot just above the right ear from a height of about 15-20 feet and exited about 4 inches below his jawline. That's my estimation of the shot, because that was definitely an exit wound that was shown in the first video. Now all these videos that's made about his t-shirt blowing up in the air, necklaces and all this on him, and microphones shooting him, Jesus lads, a microphone shooting him. The microphone was in front of him. It was in front of Charlie, to his right. And you're trying to say that he got shot in the left side of his neck by a microphone. Now Jesus lads, Keanu Reeves wouldn't even do that. Keanu Reeves in The Matrix wouldn't bend a bullet like that. What's wrong with people? Shot from a microphone. Anyway, and that shot that I just mentioned, that came in from the right, would explain why all the footage was taken from the people that were standing on the right. Very weird. Now lately I've noticed there's 1 or 2 bits of footage on YouTube from some people that were standing on the right hand side, but it's still showing nothing. Do you know what I mean? It's still showing nothing. Everything up to now, lads, everything is still a conspiracy theory. Think about it. But if you watch this video till the end, it might be boring, but I'm going to give you some facts. Tell you that now. I'm sorry to keep putting up my hand and pausing it for a couple of seconds. Now I want to go to his security. Charlie's security. Hired by the FBI, by the way. Especially the guy dressed in brown. The guy dressed in brown with his sunglasses. You know that fella? Watch the video, people. It's all over YouTube. Watch the video of that guy dressed in brown greyish hair, sunglasses. Some people are saying he lifted up his right arm, the sleeves of his shirt were rolled up, he lifted up his right arm and triggered a detonation from his shirt. Lads, you're all smoking tea bags or something, I don't know what you're on. That's security, lad, dressed in brown to the monitors. Right? Again, watch the footage. He was smiling at Charlie, standing outside the fence. He was smiling at Charlie before the shot. We heard the bang. He was still smiling after the shot, grinning away like a baboon. He jumps the fence. Next we see another bit of footage after Charlie hit the ground. All of his fucking security, all of them. I know you've all been through this. They're all laughing and smiling on the ground, while Charlie is supposed to be bleeding out. No blood anywhere. No blood. Huh? No blood. What's going on? You see more blood like on a nun's minge, like, you know what I mean? There's no blood. Think about it. Why? Because security was involved. And I'll tell you in part 3 who was behind the security being involved. Okay? One moment now, I'm sick of pausing the phone. I want to talk a little bit about the rifle. Right? The BS story that the FBI gave about this 306 rifle. Okay? Now it's supposed to be a different gun. I fired a 306, lads. I fired everything from a 2.2 up to a 5.0. Used to shoot deer. Give it up. Now I love them. That's why you see a picture to my right there. Right, give it up altogether. But anyway, if a 306 hit anybody, let alone Charlie, in the neck, you wouldn't have seen that first video that was shown after the shooting. Because most of Charlie's head wouldn't have been there, be gone. I've seen what a 306 can do. And I've seen what a 5.0 can do. 5.0 will just take your head clean off. So all that's a load of bollocks, lads. It's a load of bollocks. Right? They're lying about everything. Everything. And yet they have this man in custody. Right? Which I'm getting to now. Poor old Tyler Robinson, right? Pause again for a sec, sorry. Another thing, folks. Why was there was no ambulance or drones or anything at such a big event? Why, like? A man spotted a week before. Who leaked that evidence? Who said that? Who said there was a man spotted a week before? And yet the security wasn't told about it. Was that one of the security that was spotted up on the roof? Or a FBI agent? Does it make sense? Please explain what happened. Why was that man up on that roof a week before? There's a good one, lads. Okay, we'll move on to part 2. And this is not going to be as long, sorry. I again apologise for looking down reading my paper. If you got this far, and I apologise for my speech and everything, I'm just not used to this. But the truth has to be told. We'll talk about Tyler Robinson and the rooftop. All the fake footage, the fake photographs to frame this man, this young man. Again, why Charlie? Why Charlie? It's all a load of bollocks. Tell you that now. We all know Tyler Robinson was nowhere near that campus at the time of the shooting. Nowhere near it. First of all, check the footage on both of these videos. This is very important. Right? Very important. Check the timeline. The footage shows somebody running across the rooftop. Now wait till you hear this one. The footage shows supposedly Tyler Robinson running across the rooftop. Right? Now check that footage and go back to the time of the shooting. Watch that footage. Rest in peace, Charlie. The rooftop scene with this bloke, I'll call him an FBI agent or someone planted. He ran across the rooftop 25 to 30 seconds before the shot was fired. You couldn't make it up, lads. You could not make it up. Check the 2 videos of the shooting and the rooftop where he runs across and jumps down. So he ran across the rooftop and jumped down. 25 seconds later the shot was taken. Come on now, boys. It's 2025, like, and the FBI are still trying to pull off this shite, this stupid shite. What's wrong with them, like? Do you know what I mean? People are not stupid. The photos of Tyler on the stairs, supposedly Tyler on the stairs, all fake. He was supposed to have been hiding at 306, which is 44 inches long, in the skinny little jeans. Now I won't say the skinny little jeans of Tyler. I'd say the bloke in the photos, because those photos are not of Tyler, they're not Tyler Robinson. Not a hope. Come on, people. We all know they're not pictures of Tyler Robinson. The footage of Tyler, and that, even the footage of him walking past our house, where the camera shows him walking across the driveway, that's not Tyler Robinson. Not a hope in the world. The bloke looks like someone after spending 2 nights at a P. Diddy party. The way he's walking. Seriously. You can smell the lube off him from just watching the video. That's not Tyler Robinson. Not a hope. Check the footage again. I keep saying check the footage because this is what you have to do. The question is, to me, really, why is this poor 22-year-old man locked up in jail waiting trial? And why is he taking the fall for all this? I'm only hoping when the trial comes up that there's going to be a huge surprise. That Tyler is a very, very clever man and has a good team behind him. That's my hope. Right? I'll move on to part 3. But before I do, I'm going to have a little swig. Part 3. ERIKA KIRK. Charlie's widow. Sorry, I just have to say it. I have to come out with it. No one else is. Personally, I don't know ERIKA KIRK. Don't know Charlie Kirk. Never even heard of the man, God rest his soul, till that first video on the 10th of September. Which, by the way, was released so quick after the shooting. It's just, I don't know, it's just all. I don't know Tyler Robinson, never heard of him until that day. Trump. You see him all over the internet, but I don't know the man. I don't know any members of the FBI. But ERIKA KIRK, again, sorry to say, I just want to talk about Charlie's memorial here, right, which you've all seen. Millions have seen it. I watched her walking towards Trump before her speech. Very famous walk. I don't know, just the walk, the hugs, the kisses, don't seem right, like. I mean, fucking hell. At one stage I thought Trump was going to throw one into her, like, you know what I mean? They were so close. I mean, have these two got a history, like? I don't know. It's all strange. There's so many people involved in this. Remember that. There's so many people involved in this. Then comes ERIKA's speech. And this is where the clever part of me comes in. My eyes. My brain. I am very, very, very good. I'm not one of those body analysis, whatever you call them, face analysts. But I tell you one sure thing. I can tell fake people. And that's a fact. And I know when they're lying. Just by looking at their eyes. Never mind their expressions, just by looking at their eyes, I can tell they're lying. Right, we're nearly there. And thanks a million if you're after getting this far, because I can't believe I am. I'm so camera shy. And I hope you can understand my voice. The old mics there, I never even bothered plugging them in. So knowing my luck, at the end of this video, they mightn't even sound. Tell you one thing, I'll go mental. I'll go fucking mental if there's no sound at the end of it. But like I said, if you're after getting this far, thank you. Because it is hard to understand me. Okay? We'll crack on. I have to say about that speech, folks. That was the worst acting and lying I have ever seen in my entire life. Seriously, like. Her eyes. Look back on the footage. Her fucking eyes. Her eyes and her... People talk about her hand going up to her left eye 7 or 8 times or whatever like that. Now they're professionals that's talking about that. I'm not a professional. But I can tell by looking at her eyes. Sorry, ERIKA. Fake as fuck. Again, watch the video. She starts by saying, Charlie Kirk is my husband. Now, not Charlie Kirk was my husband. Charlie Kirk is my husband. Think about that for a second. The man is supposed to be dead like. She then says, I know my husband is still here. I know my husband is still here. Now that's going to make the conspiracy terrorists go absolutely mental on that. You know what I mean? Because they're into all that kind of thing. Still, fake speech. After a ton of fake tears, I mean, come on now. After all the fake tears and the bullshit that she came out with, she then asks people to donate money. Donate fucking money to her and Charlie's organisation. Who the hell would do that at a memorial? She's supposed to be there more than her husband. And she's asking for fucking money like. Jesus lads, what's... I don't know. I'm kind of lost for words here after reading that part, because she did actually say that. And by the way, done me a little bit of research. Is this the same woman? Is this the same woman, ERIKA KIRK, that ran a children's charity in Romania, which turned out to be, hate to say this, a child trafficking organisation? And they brought it. Fucking hell, she's worse than Oprah. Trafficking children. Is that the same woman like? Check it out, do your research. I give up. I just totally give up on that woman. There's something not right about her. Again, I'm sorry to say it, but I think she's behind the whole lot. You know what I mean? Money, 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 money. You know, hate to talk about kids, hate it. I'll move on to part 4. And I hope you're after getting this far. Because everything I'm after saying, even though you might understand me properly, is facts. It's truth. Tyler Robinson. Why Tyler Robinson? Why is he tied up in all this? Right, forget about the fake pictures and the fake footage and all that for now. Right, all the videos about anybody could have taken that shot with a 306 from 175 yards. Then there's other people saying you'd have to be a sniper to take a shot like that. Lads, I could hit a fly at 175 yards with a fucking pea shooter. Boom, out of my mouth. But no, all jokes aside, I said it earlier, Charlie was not shot from the front. He was shot from the right, from about 25 feet, 20-25 feet. That's facts, that's 100% facts. We might never know, but anyway, that's just me. But why Tyler Robinson, a 22-year-old man, who clearly, I can tell by just looking at him, suffers from depression and anxiety. Why was he just picked out of the blue and taken into custody 2 days after the shooting? 33 hours, is that what he said? Something like 33 hours. All this was set up weeks before Charlie got shot. Set up weeks. And I'll tell you who set it up. The fucking FBI and his own security. And his wife. There's one now for you. I said it. Okay? Do what you want. Quick pause now just for the last. A 33-hour manhunt, he said. Then he said something like, we have him. We've got him. FBI, my lord. They're getting away with it with years. They've all the fake Texas. From Tyler's partner. Which I know nothing about. Never seen one video about him. Or her, sorry, whatever you want to call them. Everyone to their own. But the Texas were obviously a load of bollocks. Doctored up by the FBI. That's plain to see. But I still can't figure out how Tyler ties into all this. I look into that man's eyes and I can tell you all now. I'll tell you all now, 1,000,000%. Tyler Robinson did not shoot Charlie Kirk. He didn't do it. He was a hired sniper or a trained member of the FBI. Has to be said. It has to be said, lads. Sorry now for pausing again. I'm just trying to find out where I am. And thanks again if you've watched this far. The pictures and the footage, the whole world has seen. from the FBI is not Tyler Robinson. That's a fact. Now, whether he'd something to do with it or not, I don't know. But he didn't take the shot. But still, now fair enough, he didn't admit it yet. And like I said, I hope he pulls out a very, very big surprise the day of the trial and gives names. But I don't think that's going to happen. Right, we'll finish off on number 5, part 5, the outcome. Well, my friends, the outcome is simple. Plain and simple. Unless a pure miracle comes from the man above. Unless our Lord is on Tyler Robinson's side. Because that's what it's going to take. Because they're going to frame him. And the poor man, 22 years of age, suffering. I've had anxiety and stress, paranoia, I've had the whole lot. I know what it's like. I can look into that man's eyes, Tyler Robinson, and tell you right now, he's the most innocent man on the planet. But why is he not given names after nearly 4 weeks? That poor young soul is going to die by lethal injection. He will get the death penalty if no one comes forward, which I don't think they will. I think at this stage, no matter what he says, they're not going to believe him. He's going to die for nothing because he didn't do anything. And that may never be proved in history, like so many other things. Sad. It's very sad. I don't know. For all of you involved in this fabrication and the setup of poor Tyler Robinson, there's only one thing I can say. May the devil take your souls and you all rot in hell. That's me. That's what I'm saying. If this innocent young man dies by lethal injection for something he didn't do, may you all rot in hell. That's Kenny over and out. Sorry for looking down at the paper. Sorry for my speech. I'm just not used to this. And this is only a one-off. My first live video was meant to be street vlogging. And that's what I'm going to do, starting from next week. But I just had to make a video on this because there's so much bollocks videos going around. People making a fortune on YouTube on other people's misfortune. What's wrong with people? All these famous news stations, chat shows, podcasters. They're only doing it for the money. I don't give a shit about money. Never did. That's why you didn't see one ad in this video. And I hope you watched it till the end. Even though you might not have understood most of the things I said. But they came from the heart. They're facts. And like I said, save the video. Just throw it aside, save it, and see what the outcome at the trial reveals. Now I hate to say this like every single person says it on YouTube. But I'd be delighted for an hour like or a sub just to get my channel up and running properly. But I'm not going to make any more videos on these subjects. I just felt I had to tell my part and give the names that I think murdered Charlie Kirk. Think of the main name. His wife. Think of all that now, lads. She's as fake as Madonna's titties. That's how fake she is. Asking for donations at her husband's memorial. Taking over the business. There's some evil in this world. Anyway, that's me over now. Thanks for watching to the end if you did. Peace and love from Ireland. See ya.